to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the ending of World War One. But obviously the War Memorial is dedicated to victims of all wars, and from people from whichever country. It doesn't really matter in that sense. A War Memorial is a memorial.
That's right.
So it's for everybody.
Yeah, because what you've got to remember is that during the Great War, Braunstone as we know it today didn't exist. At the end of the war, there was nobody there to say, oh, we need a war memorial. Whereas virtually every other village and town across the county have got one. And likewise, with the start of the with the end of the Second World War, you've got the same scenario. This area we're now sitting in didn't develop until around about 37, 38 and onwards. So again, there was nobody there to suggest that, oh, perhaps we ought to have a war memorial for those that lost their lives during the Second World War.
The idea actually came, or the spark, if you like, came from Darren Tilley, who's the Chief Exec of Braunstone Town Council, and he wanted to plant real poppies along the centre of the Kingsway, just down here. And I was at a meeting with him, John Dodd and Jack Hazelgrove, and it was right at, nothing to do with poppies, but right at the end of the meeting he said, I want to do something for the 100th anniversary and plant poppies down the Kingsway. And we said, well, you can't do that because they won't grow. You need disturbed soil. And you've got to stop the county council coming along and cutting them down anyway. So we came up with the idea of craft poppies, and it's just gone mad.
I think it does stem from the clay poppies at the Tower of London, and how poignant that was when I took my daughter to see it. And even before I got there, I'd got tears in my eyes, that how sombre it was there, and it was absolutely stunning. So to be able to do something as a community along the same lines, and the amount of hours and hours of work that the people making these poppies have put in, I think it's just so beautiful, a mark of respect for every poppy here to represent a person. And you know, and people can plough money into projects and it means nothing. People plough time and effort into something, it means so much more. And I think this is stunning. We have people walking in all the time, bought you a bag of poppies, I've done 20. And you know, and that's amazing. That could be 20 hours of their life sitting just making poppies. And I would imagine that there's hundreds and hundreds of these poppies. We'll never know who made them because they just dropped them off.
Not hundreds, thousands.
40,000. 177.
The number is actually the total number of Leicestershire men who died, well, men and women, who died as a result of World War One. It includes nurses, it includes conscientious objectors who still went across to France and Belgium, served as train drivers, made roads, ambulance drivers, and they died. And that's the Leicestershire men and women. We're saying 14,177, it might become 14,178 because I've been given a name and I can't find it on my database. This is a list of everybody that's mentioned on war memorials, etc. And this, unfortunately, the problem is that some of the records of World War One were lost in the Blitz of World War Two. So there isn't a complete and accurate record, and it involves people going around to all the war memorials and writing things down, not just in this country but abroad as well. And I've been given this one name and I cannot find him. I can't find him on the War Graves Commission. So it might be that we're doing an extra one for him.
Everything that is done is amazing, whether you're putting buttons on, whether you're putting ties on, whether you're making them, whatever it is, it's...
But at the end of the day, whatever one person does is less for somebody else to do.
Oh yeah, and it's just, it's the fact that it's for all the community together. The nicest thing about the whole poppy event is that all the people that are making the poppies, the whole thing is done by themselves.